The Plus has usually been the top S phone, but this time Samsung's gone Ultra. And today, let's unbox this Galaxy S20 Ultra and figure out what's just so Ultra about Samsung's latest flagship. Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech, and if you do end up liking what you see here, please subscribe and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. So let's now get started. Like with the other S20s, this one too comes in a stealthy black box. There's a silhouette of the Ultra on top alongside some branding. I kinda like how the S20 branding spills over to the side, reminiscent of their curved displays. Anyway, the price on the box says 1,30,000, but the actual retail pricing is much lower, 93,000 if you could call that lower. Anyway, we have 12 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and this is the Cosmic Grey. Opening the box up, the first thing inside is the S20 Ultra itself, but before we get to it, let's check out what's here. There's a SIM ejector pin, the regular paperwork, a warranty card and all that, and alongside it is a soft silicone case. Let's now get to the S20 Ultra, peel off the plastic wrap, the sticker too, turn it on, and while it boots, let's get back to the box contents. Here's a 25-watt super-fast charger, that is what Samsung's calling it. And next we have a USB Type-C to Type-C cable followed by AKG earphones, Type-C by the way. Here are the replacement ear tips, and that is pretty much it for the unboxing experience. It's pretty similar to what we've seen with, say, the Galaxy S20 Plus. Now the S20 Ultra, it is a big phone. Like, it literally is big. It dwarfs even the S20 Plus in size. And at 220 grams, it is also quite heavy. This is all glass and the sides are metal. So the glass sandwich design along with the large display is the reason for all the heft. But the Ultra, it retains the S20 series' premium feel. Now, if you are someone with small hands, you most definitely are gonna have a tough time with this phone. Ergonomics is not its strong suit. The huge camera bump also makes it slightly top heavy. Even while resting on a flat surface, I felt the phone slip around while I was using it. And that is where Dbrand, our sponsors for today's video, come in. Dbrand's perfectly cut out skins improve the grip and also protect the glossy back from fingerprints as well as scratches. Dbrand have skins for most of the popular phones out there, including ones for the S20 series, and you can mix, match and customize. I'll leave links to Dbrand in the description below, please do check them out. Now, coming back to the Galaxy S20 Ultra, the buttons, they're placed just right. We have the power and volume keys to the right, nice and clicky. The secondary noise cancelling mic and SIM tray, they're up top. This is a hybrid SIM tray, so we do have a choice of microSD expansion. The left is left clean, no pun intended. The primary microphone, USB Type-C port and the speaker, there is that at the bottom. If you haven't guessed from the Type-C AKG headphones, yep, just like with the S20 and the S20 Plus, there is no headphone jack here. The S20 Ultra does share quite a few other similarities with the rest of the S20 lineup, and let's take a quick look at them. While the display size is bigger, it's 6.9 inches, the rest of it is the same, right down to the punch hole in the middle. This is another dynamic AMOLED 2X panel, so at Full HD Plus this panel can go up to a refresh rate of 120Hz with a touch sampling rate of 240Hz. At the higher Quad HD Plus resolution though, we are limited to 60Hz, at least as of now, because this might change in the future. We have dual stereo speakers as well, and the S20 Ultra is sold in India. It's LTE only, powered by the Exynos 990 chip. Of course, the US variant, that's 5G, Snapdragon 865. On the software side of things, we've got One UI 2.1 based on Android 10. So performance-wise, we are looking at similar numbers as the S20 Plus, and I already did a detailed unboxing and hands-on on that. So do check out that video for a more in-depth look at the software. I'll leave a card to that here. So that's pretty much it for the similarities. So now let's get back to what makes the S20 Ultra, well, Ultra. First and foremost, the apparent difference here has got to be size. Like I said, the screen is 6.9 inches compared to 6.7 on the Plus, 6.2 on the regular S20. Samsung has gone big here, and difficult as the phone might be to wield when it comes to consuming content, watching videos, playing games, nothing really comes close to this experience. The second difference, it's the RAM. The S20 Ultra comes with 12 gigs of it, while the S20, S20 Plus both have 8 gigs. The storage, it's the same across the board in India, at least 128 gigs UFS 3.0. Now remember how I started off the video by pointing out how the S20 Ultra had a much larger footprint? Well, Samsung has put that to good use by stuffing a 5000 mAh battery in here. So this phone seems quite strong on the battery front. One more upgrade on the battery side of things, the S20 Ultra is the only phone in the S20 lineup that supports the faster 45 watt charger. It ships with a 25 though. We've seen in our previous battery charge tests that there's not a huge difference in the 0 to 100 timing between 25 and 45 watt adapters, the Samsung ones. But when it comes to quick top-ups, the 45 watt charger can juice up the phone significantly faster. We also have 15 watt fast wireless charging support, and there is reverse wireless charging at 9 watts, same as what we've had for the other S20 phones, so we can top up, say, the new Galaxy Buds Plus directly using that massive 5000 mAh battery. Speaking of the Galaxy Buds Plus, that's also something Samsung have launched alongside the S20 Ultra in India. I did try them out for a while and they sounded pretty good. A little heavy on the bass, but nothing too extreme. They were comfortable, and the in-ear style meant there's a good amount of passive noise isolation. No active noise cancellation though, which is a bit of a letdown. The battery life seems decent and the slim case does provide one full charge. The Galaxy Buds Plus are now available in India at a price point of 11,990. And to know more about the Galaxy Buds Plus, I'll leave a link in the description below. Do check it out. Anyway, let's come back. Let's talk about that camera bump here. The optics, they are probably what set the Ultra apart from the rest of the S20 lineup. So these are some shots taken with the primary camera on the S20 Ultra, and as you guys can see, it generally takes 12 megapixel shots just like the other S20s. However, the sensor used here, it's very different. Samsung's opted for the 108 megapixel ISOCELL bright HM1 sensor here. Coupled with that, we've got an f1.8 lens. This is optically stabilized. As expected, the photos, they turned out great. The dynamic range is excellent. And as for detail, we shot a few images in the 108 megapixel mode. And as you can see from this picture of the bricks, the center of the image is really sharp. Zoom in a lot and you can still make out the tiny details of this brick here. At 1 by 1.33 inches, this is one of the largest mobile sensors. So low light performance, it's pretty good. HM1 is a nanocell sensor, which means that instead of the regular 4 pixels, we have 9 pixels merging into one here. This leads to some really great looking night shots. The dedicated night mode comes out with bright images that have a good amount of detail. Really impressive. We also have a 48 megapixel periscope telephoto camera here. We've seen periscope telephoto snappers before on other phones, but the major advantage here is that megapixel count, as it's a lot more, which means we can crop in and still get a really decent image. Just take a look at this. Here's the normal shot, now 2x, 5x, 10x, 30x, and finally 100x. At both optical 5x and hybrid zoom 10x, the S20 Ultra retains a lot of the sharpness thanks to OIS. Even 30x images are perfectly usable for social media. At 100x though, there's not a lot of detail. You can make out the subject, but that's about it. Anyway, here's another set of zoom pictures, but this time with the 13 megapixel ultra wide included into the mix. This ultra wide is the same as we've seen on the other S20s. It looks decent, but there is no autofocus, which is surprising for a phone in this segment. Oh, and while these three sensors might steal all the limelight, we do have a fourth time of flight sensor in there. It's useful for features like AR doodling. Now, if the rear cameras have you impressed, wait till you see that selfie sensor. This is a 40 megapixel sensor that employs quad pixel binning to take 10 megapixel pics. The selfies, they look good, and in the 40 megapixel picture, zooming in, there's a hell of a lot of detail. When it comes to videos, 8K at 24 FPS is the showstopper here. Since this is shot by the primary 108 megapixel camera, the lens is optically stabilized, so the footage, it turns out to be pretty stable. Even 4K 60 turned out looking great. The dynamic range seems to be on point. We also get super steady video, additionally live focus, that's an option. And the edge detection, it was surprisingly good, better than what I expected. Overall, the S20 Ultra, it really impressed me with the optics. And so that is the Galaxy S20 Ultra. I'm going to continue testing this phone out and I'll have a full review for you guys soon. In the meantime, what other videos would you like to see me shoot with this phone? Camera comparison, speed tests, whatever it is, let me know in the comments below and I will try to make it happen. And with that, we get to the end of this video and now it is time for me to bid you adieu. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about this video. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.